Here I am again the same night, and I'm here to warn my daughter. I'm coming your way. By hell or high water, I'm gonna go see the western part of the universe. I'm not even sure where you live, but I'm gonna get my ass on a bus and dress warm before over the river and through the snow to grandmother's house we go. I'm going to try to get there before the snow. So tomorrow I'm going to dress warm and try to find a bus. I don't even know your address or where you are, but I'm going to head for the Little Rock Casino because I know your mom runs the place, and I think I'd be a lot closer to you than anything. So if I can get to Little Horse Casino, and then I can get a bus to Aberdeen, and if I get to Aberdeen, I'll get closer to where I think you are. And I'd sure love to be where you are. To whistle behind your songs would just make all the rhymes go on. It'll give me peace of mind out of time. Like over there, those big cedar trees, they got a whole bunch to say. I might even be able to take my chair out in the woods and find a good mushroom. Wouldn't it be fun to find some of those mushrooms again? Ooh, I don't mean the ones that grow on the horse shit. I mean the ones that just taste great in a frying pan. Fry them up with a little Dairy Gold butter. You know about Dairy Gold butter? I'm just beginning to understand. Dairy Gold butter is grown in Ireland. They milk the cows and they feed the cows on natural grass. And they only milk them when they're eating the right grass. And all the butter and cheese that Dairy Gold makes comes from a natural space in the cycle of the cows. They got it understood. Like me back in the day when your mom got me to get all these goats. And those goats, wow, I never told you the story about those goats. I love goats. I didn't think I'd ever be a cowboy and love a goat, but those goddamn goats, they stand in line. Hey, here I am, and they come up on the stool to be milked. And I'd watch them with a warm rag, and it took about 5 minutes, and I'd have a gallon of goat milk. And they'd just stand there in line and eat their grain and let me play with their titties. And then when I was done getting all that milk, they'd go away. And the next one would come up, and I'd milk it. So before I went to work every morning, because your mother wouldn't get out of bed and do shit, and you were just trying to be a little girl and get to school. But I'd milk those goats that your mom wanted me to get, and I kind of agreed with it. And even though I was a cowboy, and goats, they're sheep kind of creatures. But they all followed in a little line. They come up on the stool, and it'd only take me about 20 minutes. And I'd have more milk and goat milk when it's cold. It's just great. When it's warm, it's good in coffee, but to drink to get your breath away in the morning. Nah, I like it when it's cold. When it's cold, it just flows down the palate like amazing shit. Well, I'm gonna go back to Matlock and see if the bus is still there. Remember that vine fence I made for the goats out of vine maple, tied between all those stumps and all those logs? Not logs, poles that were just laying around. I wonder if the outhouse is still there. It's been so long. I'm gonna go look at that shit before I'm gone. I'll probably get some of those feelings back from those, that was my Shady Grove. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my true love. I'm bound for Shady Grove. Your mom got me there. And she fit there, but she just didn't understand where she was. She wanted to be somewhere else. And I wasn't good enough for her. She didn't believe that I was what I was. And she wanted to leave and go somewhere. First she wanted a trailer. Then she wanted water that she didn't have to haul. I got the well dug, I got the roads built. I even got her a trailer. And I couldn't make her happy. No matter what I did, tried to keep her happy. The well's there, I just was working on the pump. I didn't know nothing about submersible pumps and electricity. Electricity was there. She had a garden there. And that garden just laid there and died because she wouldn't water it. I don't know why. So she had to go to school to water a garden. Never did make no sense to me. Still don't. But one day I went over to her school that she was going to, and she was kissing this other man. And I think that was, I don't know what his name is. I talked to him and he said he'd be safe. You'd be safe with him. Nobody'd tell me his name after that. He took you out of state. I'd hunt that man down and kill him just for scaring me like he did. He had no right to do that. He said he'd be cool. But he wasn't cool. Shouldn't have done that to you. And your mom should have just stayed at home and been at the school. She could have been at the goddamn school. All she had to do was piss on those plants and they'd grow. I already put all the horse manure in there and I ground it down and we planted them. All I needed was water, and I couldn't water them because I had to go to work. I had to go to work, and she hated me to not be there with her. I couldn't be there with her and pay the bills. I had to go out and earn money. I mean, that's the way the world works. You got to pay your way. And while I was paying my way, she was going away because I wasn't there with her. And she wasn't good alone. And I don't blame her for not being good alone. I don't, because I think I haven't been around her in a long time, but I think she's still got a lot of soul in her. Because she had it before the music, she had the music. And that's probably where you got it trained. I'm sorry for saying the name and getting you involved in all this other shit, but he was part of the package. You and Jake, you know. Jake, he had his own dad, and his dad was pretty cool. But Karina, I heard your dad died in jail, and I'm just Gordy, and all I ever did is love you. Try to teach you. And I sure am glad that you turned out like you are. You're a pretty great old broad. You got all these kids. Well, I'm coming there, you guys. I'm headed west. I'm not sure how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to go check out Matlock and see the guy I gave the place to. Have the buses still there, and the goat pen's still there, and the outhouse is still there. I'm going to go check it out. And I'll have your numbers with me, and if I need you, I'll call. And you don't have to answer. It's just old man looking at his past, seeing which whistles work. I'll go see if I'll find out that Brian's still there, Karina. His family owned that land, so they might still be there. You never look for that first kiss guy again. Well, I'll look him up and see if he's okay. Alright, the chicken didn't crow, but I gotta go. I gotta get my mind together to pack for a journey. It's Saturday now, right? So Sunday. What a bad time for a bus. So I'll probably try to get all my shit together, get it all packed around this wheelchair, and get out of the bus on Monday. And I'm going west. And I hope I see you all there. But you don't have to be there. I know you gotta work, and I know you got shit to do. But I'm gonna be in that shady grove. I'm gonna get it to Matlock again. I'm gonna go down and see what's going on and see how it proves. Love y'all. Keep on keeping on.